Good evening, good morning, wherever you're at in the world. Let's talk about Zcash tonight. Let's talk about how to shield a transaction. And this is just going to be a brief overview of what's going on when you shield a transaction. So first off, ZK Snarks is the technology behind Zcash that has made privacy a function of utility on Zcash. Now, ZK Snarks is not exclusive to Zcash. In fact, it exists on multiple different cryptocurrencies. Any cryptocurrency can adopt this ZK Snarks technology. And for the purpose of this video, we're really just going to dig in on why this is important, how to do it, and some of the problematic things you might occur if you're using a Zcash Lite wallet. Now, first off, if you use this wallet, there is no reason to panic. In fact, by watching this episode, you should kick your legs up, relax, because I've already gone through the trials and errors of using this wallet, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that everything that I tell you will work, and you should try it yourself. Maybe start with $1, $5, something like that to get a hang of it, and then realize the power of a privacy coin like Zcash and what it really could be used for. Now, if Do Kwon was trying to evade police, why didn't he just use Zcash? So things like that. There should never be any reason you shouldn't have the freedom to hide and shield your money. If you don't want people to know that you are spending your Zcash, receiving Zcash anonymously, you have that freedom with Zcash network to basically utilize the function. So let's dive into the episode. I want to keep this episode short. I want to keep it to a minimum of less than 10 minutes. That's all this episode should need. So I have two things on my the left side of the screen. So I have the Zcash Lite wallet. You can go to z.cash. I have the Exodus wallet. Now, just so you know, guys, Zcash is one of the few coins that you can still mine on your GPU. So that's pretty interesting in itself. Just because you can't mine pretty much any crypto on your home computer that's profitable, depending on what you're using for power, you can mine Zcash on your home GPU. Now, I did try to download a Zcash full node wallet because I did want to give you guys a real cool video, but unfortunately I don't have the specs to download the entire Zcash blockchain, so we're just going to make do with this Zcash Lite wallet for now. But I recommend, if you have the ability to download the Zcash wallet full node, take advantage of these things. You can go to z.cash. There is a link to download this wallet and the wallet, the full node wallet, and another desktop wallet if you like. And it's very user friendly, but there is nothing on the internet that will describe to you in detail what I'm going to describe to you about the problems you might incur, because the Zcash wallet, Zcash is it seems like it's more of a computer techie type person's crypto of choice. It's not just for the average crypto user. So I've already gone through these problems, so just kick your legs up. Let's just jump right into it. Already starting to talk too much on how much I love Zcash. So right here is an Exodus wallet. There is basically two types of Zcash addresses. There is a Z address and a T address. T is for transparent, Z is for shielded. Now, you will not be able to send transparent Zcash to a shielded wallet. It won't let you. I've already tried. It just doesn't allow it to happen. Now, the idea behind a shielded transaction is if for some reason you want to hide your transaction from the block explorer where people can't see it, you want to hide, that's your prerogative. If you want to do that, you should have that freedom of choice to do that. And we did that on this episode, or on a live stream about a year ago, with Bitcoin Jason. I sent him an anonymous transaction from a Zcash Lite wallet. He received that shielded transaction, and there's nobody in the world that can find that transaction other than me, him, and anybody else that watched that video. So it's a pretty powerful technology. So basically, you're looking at an Exodus wallet. This is a wallet that I like. It has multiple supports for multiple different cryptos. So again, I cannot send a transparent, here's the Zcash Lite wallet. Let's go to receive. I'm not going to try to send it to a Zcash address. It won't let me. But what it will let me do is I will tap and copy my transparent address. Check out the balance. It's about $19.23. Go back to my transparent Zcash wallet on Exodus. And let's send, I don't know, let's send $2 worth of, $2 US worth of Zcash. So boom, allow paste, yes, boom, done. Now, had I send you Zcash to a transparent address, and you guys can drop it in the comment section, I'll send you some Zcash. It's immediate. It's a very fast cryptocurrency. Now, let's see how fast it really is on this Zcash Lite wallet that I downloaded over a year ago that's been on my phone. That's interesting. The balance still says the same. Still says $19, so it should be $22, right? $22.23, because I just said Zcash was fast. Zcash is fast if I send it to a transparent address. But I just did that and nothing happened. So I want to show you something really interesting here. This wallet actually doesn't have $19 on it. In fact, it probably has only a little bit, I don't know, $5, $6 on it with that transaction I just sent plus whatever it had on it. This is the learning curve part. So once you know this, you'll understand Zcash. Had I just downloaded this wallet to begin with, and I had sent that transparent address wallet Exodus to this Zcash Lite wallet, I would have received that $2 in a snap of a finger. Now where you see up here, right up where you see right there, right? You see it somewhere right there? That little wallet picture where it says right under $19.23. It would have said $2, and it would have had a little button where it says Shield Funds. Now, we did this on a live stream, and the reason I have not done this in real time is because I want you to understand what's going on here. So listen very carefully. This wallet does not have that balance on it. Now, if you noticed above that Zcash balance of 0.36 Zcash, you see how it says syncing? Now, I haven't opened this wallet in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's going to take a while to sync, yeah? So what it's doing in the background, I just went to the rescan button to kind of show you where that syncing is, right? So it is going back to the point in time on my last Zcash transaction from this wallet. The reason it's doing this is because I have sent Zcash out. I have sent Zcash out from a shielded wallet address on here. Now, that might not make any sense to you because it didn't make sense when I just said it, but what's really going on here is whatever balance of Zcash that I truly have, by rescanning this particular wallet, by rescanning the point in time that I did my last Zcash transaction, the Zcash network has network of full nodes, mining, and computers all around the world that go back and locate that transaction. Actually, the network already knows that transaction simultaneously knows where that transaction's at. But what it's doing is it's showing me where my transaction's at from that point of date. Because remember, I just sent $2 worth of Zcash from a transparent address to a transparent address here, right? So I should have received that $2 like that. So my balance should have gone from 19 to 21, 23, $2, yeah? But it did not. In fact, this wallet doesn't even have $19 on it because this is from like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So my point is this is the learning curve. When you are transacting with Zcash from a transparent address on Exodus to a transparent address on a shielded compatible wallet T address, you will receive your funds immediately. And I actually have received these funds immediately, even though this wallet isn't displaying those funds. Those funds are actually in that transparent address already. But because I have sent privacy Zcash out of this wallet 2 weeks ago, it is not showing anything that's going on other than what went on before I shielded those funds. Now, it sounds a lot more complicated than what it really is. So if you don't understand kind of what I was saying with that, you don't really have to really utilize the function of a privacy coin like Zcash. Really, all you got to do is you got to go up here and hit rescan wallet. And I'm going to be honest, this wallet sat untouched for almost a year since I did a privacy transaction with Bitcoin Jason on one of my live streams close to a year ago. Now, it took like 14 hours, I believe, to sync from that date of that transaction up to where the Zcash network is now on a Wi-Fi connection. And rest assured, my transaction, my funds were all there. Everything I spent, I send. My balance was exactly what it should have been. Now, it's been about 2 weeks since I've transacted off this wallet. So like I said, in the course of this video, it's downloaded 8.33% of the sync. Now, I could sit here for another hour, maybe longer, because I noticed the first percentages download quicker and sync quicker than like the latter part of the syncing. So there's really no need. My point is, guys, is when you're transacting from shielded to transparent, sending off from shielded to shielded or shielded to transparent, the network knows. The network is immutable. You cannot, the network is trusted, even though it doesn't say it on your phone or your desktop. Your funds are where you sent them. That $2 that I sent earlier is already in my wallet, but it's not going to display that until I sync the entire point of date from that point of date where I sent a shielded transaction forward. Then those funds will be displayed, even though they already are in my transparent wallet. Now, the same thing works when you are sending a transaction off and you've had a wallet that you haven't used for a while, like the same one you're looking at here. I haven't used this wallet for 2 weeks. So if I try to go to my transparent Zcash address on my Exodus wallet in a normal transparent transaction of Zcash, I would receive that transaction immediately. Zcash is a fraction of a second. Now, in this case, it's not going to let me do that. Now, it's going to be frozen like this for pretty much the entire time it takes for this syncing to go through. So really, I would close this app out, this wallet out. You know, I would manually close it out through my phone, and I would restart over, and I would go to rescan the wallet. And like I said, it would go all the way back to that date, probably take about an hour and a half to sync from that block where that shielded transaction happened to the present time for my funds of $2 to be there, and then for me to send any funds I chose to send out. And basically, what I'm saying is you want to keep your, if you're planning on shielding your funds, you're planning on using those shielded funds, or you're planning on transacting, Zcash can work in a fraction of a second. You just need to sync your wallet from the last transaction of your shielded transaction to spend your Zcash that is there, but to mentally be able to understand that the Zcash network knows where your funds are at. All you got to do is hit that rescan button, and then boom, this computing transaction would not even be occurring. Once it syncs, your Zcash can be spent, your shielded can be spent immediately. So I would recommend, guys, if you plan on using this function, keep your wallet in sync. Rescan the Zcash network from that point of date, which it does automatically for you. That way you're not like sitting there like, oh my God, why can't I send out a transaction? What's going on? Why is this still not working? Where is my money? It says I sent $2, but I received nothing, and it has $19, but really I don't have that in there. The network knows. So it's very, very important to realize that all you have to do to correct that problem is hit the rescan sync button. And if you haven't opened that wallet in close to a year like I did, expect to wait about 14, 15 hours for it to go back and sync from that shielded transaction with Bitcoin Jason almost a year ago, because it's just what it's going to take. And like I said, I haven't done a transaction on this wallet in over probably a week and a half. It's going to take about an hour and a half or longer for me to sync that wallet up to the present block in Zcash where I can transact. Even though those funds have been there since 2 weeks ago, the $2 is already there now. It has to go back so you can spend those shielded funds that may or may not be there depending on what your wallet says numerically. It's not going to be accurate if you're opening your wallet once every year like I did, and it's going to cause you to panic. So if you're planning on taking part in this Namada airdrop, I recommend, if you're a super panicky person and you're wanting to know where all your funds are, well, your funds are there 100% sure, but if you don't know how the function of the wallet works, there's nowhere on YouTube to help you, because I looked. There's nothing anywhere except for a bunch of stuff on Reddit that is just, back and forth trying to explain it, and not really that user friendly. So send your transparent to a transparent wallet address, shield your wallet, shield your funds, and then if you want to spend any of those funds, those shielded funds, either to a transparent wallet address or a shielded address, just resync the wallet before you do it, and that way it accounts for the last time that wallet was opened, so you could spend those funds. So very simple to do, guys. Even though it seems a bit confusing, it kind of was confusing to me too. So I had to go back and read all these Reddits. I had to study, different things to find out kind of what happened with my transaction. But Zcash is a powerful tool, guys, if you know how to use it. And rest assured, if you send your Zcash to a transparent address, or you send your shielded funds out, they went where they were supposed to do. You just haven't resynced the wallet to see where those funds are at. So Zcash is safe, guys. I do recommend this coin to anybody who's into cryptocurrency. I've been talking about it on this channel for years, and I think that with this airdrop coming up, it's another reason to know how to use this function, because you simply get more of these airdrop NAM tokens by holding your Zcash in a shielded wallet. But if you're new to Zcash and you put a bunch of funds into the Zcash wallet and then you try sending them out, it's going to throw you into a panic scare, because you're not going to know where your funds are at. And rest assured, those funds are still in that original spot. You just have to sync your wallet up to date to know where those funds are, so you can spend those funds. But they are there. They're not going anywhere. Nobody can touch them as long as you hold your private keys on your Zcash Shielded wallet. I think that's actually a 15-word password, by the way, too. That kind of thing. But just drop it in the comments, guys, if you got questions. It wasn't, this isn't an in-depth technical overview. It's just basically a broad conceptual idea of what's going on here with Zcash when you shield a transaction, when you spend, send it, that kind of thing. So catch you guys in the next episode. Later.